Okay, this is one of my favorite fun decks. I don't know why, it just is, because Cthulhu's are, like, stupid cool. Yeah, we're just running the old school gnarly. Yeah, I mean, her judgment's easy, trust me. And her enter ability is not bad. And we run it with Abdul for those pesky enter effects. Not a huge fan. Alright. We are rolling with this card out of Battle of Sacred Ruins. Really, really good for Nyarlathotep. Because, oh my god. I mean, her God's Art alone, right there, does damage to a player equal to her attack, which is equal to all of Cthulhu's attack in play. Yeah, and she gains the keywords for all your regular Cthulhu's. So, this is the key to the deck. If you mulligan until you get this first turn. Just all your stuff with Incarnation cannot be canceled. As long as you have Nyarlathotep, so I mean, you're good. And you search your deck for Cthulhu with Incarnation and put it in your hand. Not a Resonator, any card with Incarnation. So if you wanted, you could go search this, but what we normally search is the Yog-Sothoth's. I know he's in here somewhere. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Yep. Because to file scripture, reveal a Cthulhu from your hand or graveyard, put on the bottom of your deck, you gain the 5-color 1/1 Cthulhu tokens equal to the number of colored pips. So for him, you get 3. And to be honest, he's not awful because he blows up all the 2-cost or less Resonators, so he's good mass removal in a pinch. So the core of the deck is Mother and Father. Personally, I like to get a Mother because if you don't control her, a Father, you get to go drop a Father into play rested, and then you look at the top 4 cards, pick a Cthulhu, throw the rest in your graveyard. So if you're lucky, you get to throw more Mothers in the graveyard. Because whenever Father comes into play, you get to put this card from your graveyard or hand into the field. And also, if Father's in the graveyard and you have no other Resonators, you can put them in the graveyard into play. So, if you've got a couple Mothers and Fathers in your graveyard, and somehow they wipe your board, end of turn, Father comes back and brings the Mothers with him. And then you get to mill more cards. So it's like, oh, that's really nice. We run a couple of her just to be able to look at their hand. This guy's the bomb, especially with the tokens. So if you sack 2 of the tokens you get off the filed scripture, you get all 5 abilities. You get to gain 400, do 400, draw a card, produce a will, and they lose 4. Okay. For a little acceleration, we run Umar. Because worst case, you play him from RFG. So he's fun. The only non-incarnation Cthulhu we run besides Umar, but Umar's got other purposes, is the other Yog-Sothoth. Because, come on, that's dumb, and you know it. Because if for some reason you're in a pinch, you play him, and all your Cthulhu's gain swiftness, which then she gains if you've got the Regalia. Which this card from MPO2 is really good. This one I primarily use because it puts it in the field. So if you have 2, you rarely ever awaken this, but it can dig him out. So like if you get them like at the end of your opponent's turn, because it says at the beginning of end phase, you somehow, let's say, get out a Father Dagon and a couple of Mothers. Okay, so I've got 1,800 on the board. And then on my turn, I play Lucid Dreams, and I get him. Bam! You know, I got 2,800 damage on the board because he gives himself 1,000 when he comes into play. So it's like, thank you very much. We run 1 Black Moon just because off of this. Search your deck for a card named Black Moon, put it in the field. obviously at the beginning of your main phase, you can just grab Cthulhu and drop it in, so that's pretty good too. And we run some Lucifers just as a utility piece, because I mean the quick cast, they lose 500, and when it's destroyed, they discard a card. Now there's only 39 cards in this deck because there's so many Cthulhus, you can just add as needed what you think you need. Stone base is pretty easy. Blue, red, black, because that's all Cthulhus are, man. One Groob Stone, Groo's Ballesta, for when we want to judge Ebony Prophet. And then Moonshades. So in the board, again, we're going Cthulhu heavy. This isn't meant to be like, oh, I'm going to win a GP with this deck. Haster here, you know, whatever. It's a counter spell protecting Cthulhus. Other Haster, because he's just fun. Yeah, blow up all non-Cthulhus. And then a couple of Wolfgangs. And that one. Again, we just went really heavy on the Cthulhu theme. Obviously, you could run other things, like maybe fit in Curse Mirrors, look at Corruptions, depending on how you're playing. But we just lean totally into the Cthulhu theme because it's fun. And surprisingly consistent. If you can get that Defiled Scripture out turn 1, game on, man. They're really going to have to fight you for it. The MOA Nyarlathoteps, they're okay. Again, just being on theme. But if you wanted to actually make this a more competitive deck, you could trim a lot of things. The only necessities, I believe, are, like, even the Regalia itself is not essential. So, like, you could cut the Regalia, the Nyarlathoteps, and I think you'd be fine. Even the Black Moon, it's just there. So, I mean, right there's 6 cards you could cut. So that gives you 7 open slots. And if you're a slow roll, you can even get rid of him. So that's like 11 slots you could free up for control events like Misty Woods, Dragon, or Spirit of the Dragon of the Misty Woods, Curse Mirror, look at Corruption, any kind of utility cards like that. But I think this one's essential because, I mean, the biggest Cthulhu that you play is Adam Brawley. But you're rarely going to just put him into play. He gets his value from Incarnation. So that's what you're going to want. But I do believe the Mothers, Fathers, Defiled Scriptures, the Adam Brawleys are the key to the deck. Again, he's just ramp. He's just there to help power the Defiled Scriptures. Because these tokens die at the end of turn. So, not amazing. And they come in rested, so you can swing with them. They're meant purely to sack. Yeah, but that's the Grim Cthulhu's deck that we came up with. Just for crits and giggles. So thanks for stopping by.